Mobile technology is now becoming an essential part of business as well as personal use. And actually mobile malware has been around now for about 8 or 9 years, but it's only really in the last 2 to 3 years that we've seen it ramp up massively. So there are now round about 200,000 unique code samples of mobile malware. But actually that's the tip of the iceberg, because that equates to about 8.25 million installation packs of one kind or another, because the code often gets reused and delivered in different ways. So the cyber criminals are realizing how widely used they are and realizing that they can be used to steal data from them, because there's important data on them, but also as a way of getting access to a corporate network. So I think mobile malware will continue to ramp up. To a degree, I think people can understand that because we have the whole experience of desktops and laptops behind us. What I think people maybe don't readily understand is potentially the other dangers with a mobile device. And I'm thinking here of the fact that if I'm on the road being productive, it may be the airport, it may be at home, it could be in a coffee bar somewhere, the chances are I'm going to try and connect. And I may not be connecting in a secure way. I'm not at work, it's not the corporate Wi-Fi network. It could be, you know, the cafe's Wi-Fi network, which anybody else could be connected to. And if you take as an example there the airport lounge, if it's the business lounge, the chances are nearly everybody there is working in business, they're on a business trip, they're probably handling corporate data in one form or another. So if somebody is able to sniff that traffic, and let's face it, the password is up on the wall, it's easy to see, that's potentially dangerous. Or, turning it slightly on its head, if I'm an attacker and I set up a hotspot which is posing as a perfectly innocent one, I'm then in control of the flow of that traffic. Even down to simple things like, you know, if I go out somewhere for an evening drink and I leave my device behind and somebody else picks it up, if that's not protected with a PIN or ideally a passcode, then that's a single point of failure, giving people access to my Gmail account, Facebook, Twitter, the corporate email, plus all of the sensitive documents that might be stored on it as well. Okay, I think in terms of mobile security, the focus right now is principally, I think, on getting a productivity benefit from it, and also maybe an awareness, a growing awareness that there is a mobile malware threat. And it's not yet reached a sort of tipping point where people find it necessarily an urgent need, but there's an awareness of that. I think there's less awareness about the risk of data leakage from a mobile device. And I think also there's less focus to date on how do we manage the sort of the bundle of information that we're seeing. So, you know, my personal information compared to the corporate information. Or if we have all of these roaming endpoints, because from an IT perspective that's what they are, they're another bunch of endpoints. We're used to managing desktops and laptops, but do we have an effective way in which we can actually manage those mobile devices in the same way that we manage traditional endpoint devices? And if we don't, do we have to have multiple consoles to get access to them and manage them in different ways? So I think one of the key issues is, from a security point of view, getting a way to actually get visibility into what's happening on those devices and being able to manage them from the center alongside other types of endpoints.